ZRTA Maulali presents Shunting Precautions and Authorities by Raghuram, Chief Instructor Operating Zonal Railway Institute. Let us see what are the various shunting precautions that have to be taken while performing shunting, and it is mentioned before saying that. Let us see what is shunting. Shunting means movement of vehicle or vehicles with or without an engine or of any engine or any other self-propelled vehicle for the purpose of attaching, detaching or transfer or for any other purpose. So movement of this kinds with or without an engine is known as shunting. The various rules pertaining to the precautions are available in GR and SR 5.13 to 5.22 and Appendix 12 of South Central Railway G and SR as special instructions. First, let us see how it is controlled. So, the sentings are controlled by fixed signals or hand signals or verbal orders. Any of the three can be used for controlling the shunting movements. Here, once this control is used, LP shall not entirely believe on these signals but has to be vigilant and cautious and look for the point setting and other safety aspects. Three signals that shall not be used for shunting are outer, home and LSS. They shall not be used for purpose of shunting. LP before moving on to a signal taken off for him shall observe the hand signals of shunting staff. So even though the signals are taken off, the loco pilot shall not draw ahead his train unless it is hand signaled forward by a competent railway servant. Only one case it is exempted. Let us see later where it is exempted. But in this case, even though the signal is taken off, he shall be hand signal forwarded. So shunting staff need not accompany the movement of light engines onto a free lines moved by protected by the signals or governed by the signals. So in case light engine movement only for reversing or otherwise, it is permitted without the accompany of the hand signals to perform shunting only which is governed by the signals. Otherwise compulsory accompany is required. So you can see starter has been taken off, he will go to the main line, shunt signal will be taken off, again starter will be taken off and shunt signal will be taken off and he will come onto the formation. In such case only accompany or hand signal is exempted or may be exempted. All shunting shall be done by separate shunting staff wherever it is available. So some of the stations where the yards, considering the yard being big or the point number of points involved or more number of shunting operations, the senior DOM will keep their separate shunting staff and all the shunting staff operations shall be carried out by such staff that will be mentioned in the working timetable, and at such stations T806 as instruction to the shunting staff is not required to be given by the station master. But if otherwise it is not given, the guard has to supervise all the shunting operations and loco pilot will be given what he has to do in the form number T806. So T806 you can see. But in some of the cases, even guard being available, station master shall supervise the shunting operations. In case of passenger train shunting or explosive shunting, explosive wagon shunting, or shunting via crossover, main line crossover. Whenever it is to be performed, it shall be supervised SM and guard shall travel in the brake van. In case of passenger train shunting, apart from these precautions, some special precautions have to be taken. Number one, SM and guard shall warn the passengers that it is performing shunting and they should not entrain and detrain the train. No coach shall be kept in rear of the passenger carrying train. Only the banking engine or the shunting engine is permitted, and the loco pilot shall stop 20 meters away from the formation. So first the guard or loco pilot both have to inform the passengers that it is going to perform shunting. No train, no coach shall be kept in rear of a passenger carrying train, and the duty banking engine or the shunting engine is only permitted in rear of the train. And whenever the loco is coming onto the formation, it shall bring to a stop at a distance of 20 meters, and after bringing to a dead stop at 20 meters, it shall be slowly coupled onto the formation without any jerk. So slowly the shunting shall be performed with or without coaches. It shall be brought to a stop at 20 meters and then only shunting shall be done. In case of emergency, there is no alternative and a light engine has to be kept in rear of the train. In such a case, the shunter or LP shall be informed before. It shall be accompanied by the shunting staff and stopped in rear of a passenger train at a safe distance, as well as such engines shall not be unmanned. Compulsorily, the shunter shall be available in the loco till such time the passenger train leaves the platform. So with this condition only a light engine is permitted in rear of a passenger carrying train, otherwise it is not permitted. If signals are available for shunting, it shall be taken off for shunting. Wherever available, it shall be taken off because points will be locked. But otherwise, the point shall be clamped and padlocked or cotter bolted and padlocked. So if signals are available, there is no problem. The points need not be clamped and padlocked, but otherwise compulsorily they shall be clamped and padlocked. All vehicles shall be compulsorily piped and the pressure shall be available from the first vehicle to the last vehicle while performing shunting. So releasing the wagons and performing shunting is not at all permitted. Gradients that are dangerous for the purpose of shunting is 1 in 400 for roller bearing wagons, 1 in 260 for non-roller bearing wagons, and whenever the shunting has to be performed on a steep gradient, engine shall always be leading in the falling gradient. So engine shall always be in front of the formation towards the falling gradient in case it is performed on a gradient. And separate precautions will be available at such stations mentioned in SWR. It shall be followed scrupulously. So you can see this loco is available towards the falling gradient. It is permitted, but in this case the engine is towards the side and it is pushing. In such case it is not permitted. The various speeds that has to be observed while performing shunting is maximum speed is 15 kmph. It shall be not more than 15 kmph. While performing explosive articles, it is only 8 kmph. And single roller bearing wagon impact speed shall not be more than 5 kmph. And if it is a group of 5 or more, the impact speed is still further reduced to 2 to 3 kmph only.